need to fix that terrible secondary. But this is a stepping stone type of acquisition, and it's going to pay dividends down the road.
I'm making an assumption here, but I'm just going to let you know. I think Jerry got bullied into this one a little bit. I think Jerry painted himself into a corner. He knew the Logan Wilson trade wasn't going to scratch him into those Cowboy fans.
We're starting to get up with Logan Wilson?
Yeah. So let's think about this now. He had talked about Quinnen Williams a long time ago. This was a deadline. You could have traded for him a lot earlier if you were going to give a first and second. We could have helped our defense. We could have helped Eberflus a long time ago. He painted himself in the corner. Was like, hey, I got to stir that thing. I got to stir that thing
He
out.
started calling around, hey, you want to do something with me?
I'll give you the highest of my first round picks, by the way.
That's right, the highest. Yeah,
I need Stephen A. to be in bed. Seth Walder from ESPN.com is a tougher grader than you are. He gave the Cowboys an F. He gave them an F.
Dang.
And he wrote this, no other way to put it. This is a horrific trade for the Cowboys. It is completely unfathomable for a team like Dallas to be trading away major draft resources for a soon-to-be 28-year-old defensive tackle on a salary-heavy contract in a season in which it has a 7% chance to make the playoffs per ESPN's Football Power Index, and yet here we are.
Well,
what do you think? Yeah.
I mean, 28 years old. I mean, what is he, like 50? I mean, soon to be 28? I thought 30 was the line of demarcation where you threw guys in the trash, not 28.
I think the reason why there, again, skepticism about this trade is sort of, yes, it's a good move, except when you look at the collection of Jerry's moves, they're kind of in this position because Jerry has them in this position. He didn't make moves last season, last trade deadline in the offseason. Also, Quinnen, he's coming here. Yes, he's making significantly less than you would have been paying Micah, but at some point, Quinnen also will want some money too. And you're looking at the record that they have. It feels a little bit too little too late, given the state of affairs.
In the spirit of Professor Riddick, I would say I didn't study for the midterm. I didn't study for the final. The semester's coming to a close. Let's do something, some extra credit here. That's what this kind of feels like.
Well,
a little too little too late.
Extra credit counts too, though.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that can boost your grade up. This is the grade up.
This is next year.
It's a B+. Yeah. That's what it is.
That's the thing, though. But the timing is always off with the Cowboys.
Right,
of course, if you were going to trade Micah Parsons, the time to do it was in March.
Yes.
If you're going to trade for Quinnen Williams, to your point, the time to do it was when you still had a season to save. The Jets have been unfortunately, we're going to get to them in a second, the Jets season has been over since the end of September.
Right.
So if you were going to offer them this, you could have, to your point, perhaps done so.
You got to wait.
Yes. Well, week one last year. That's what they like to.
So you have that. And so then that brings us to our final grade, Professor Redick. What grade do you give the New York Jets on a day in which they trade away their two best defensive players for a significant haul?
I'm giving them an incomplete right now. Yet to be determined. I'm telling them to go back home, do some more research, give me some more data, and we'll give them a grade later on. Because all they have done is they have acquired a bunch of picks. And I know everyone loves to have picks because picks represent hope. Hope represents, hey, I'm still going to buy in, like Greeny. I'm still going to give them more time. And you know what? You do have to give them more time. And here's the question now. Here's the question. What are they going to do with these picks? Because you know what? All these teams that keep coming and getting the Jets players tells you one thing. They know how to evaluate players. They just don't know how to build teams. That's the issue. So that's what we're going to wind up finding out here over the next 2 to 3 years.
It's incomplete. I'm sorry. If this were any other organization, you would not be giving them an incomplete. And that's frustrating. I feel like
would it be a high grade or a low grade?
It'd be a higher grade. You'd say, oh, look.
Why would it be higher, though?
Because I feel like the Jets, this current Jets regime, is getting saddled with, here the Jets go again. They're getting saddled with a history of an organization that so far has not been good, dare I say, incompetent at times. And that's what they're being saddled with. When Brad Holmes went to Detroit, within 3 weeks of the job, he traded Matthew Stafford. A lot of those picks, they got Jared Goff, they got Sam Laporta, they got Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not saying it will be exactly like that. But every other organization, you got to build through the draft. The Jets know that they're not winning right now. Those teams that took those guys, I don't know why Jerry thinks their team is still has a chance of making the playoffs. But the Colts, for instance, they feel like they have a Super Bowl team, so they're going to make moves to bolster the roster they have. The Jets weren't going anywhere with Quinnen and Sauce. So you can't say incomplete for Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn. for them to have those draft picks, they have flexibility to do different things at the quarterback position and that roster.
I would have given Brad Holmes an incomplete too. That doesn't mean that I'm automatically saying that it's going to be bad or good. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what Darren Muji's going to do with these picks.
Right.
I have no idea what he's going to do. I don't know what Aaron Glenn and that coaching staff is going to do with the presumptive first-round quarterback that they're going to wind up selecting in 2020. I don't know what they're going to do. It doesn't mean that it's an F. It doesn't mean that it's an A. It means that it's incomplete because all it represents is an opportunity. Yeah. Okay, so if I'm grading them on the opportunity that they've given themselves, I'll give them an A.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, I'll give them an A for the opportunity.
It's an A in terms of what they got back in value.
Yes.
What they got back in value is greater than I think anyone realistically expected.
Are the Jets using the right approach to rebuild the team?
Well, yes, but here's the problem. The problem that Jet fans have with what you're saying, which is obviously factually true,
the saddling of the history.
And they drafted really good players, as evidenced by the fact that teams are trading all this stuff for them.
Yeah.
So why have they been so bad?
Exactly.
It is because they are inept when it comes once they draft the players, they can't do anything with them. Yeah.
Quinnen Williams was a great Jet. He was 31-67 as a Jet.
Is that
Sauce
right?
Gardner was a great Jet. He was 17-38 as a Jet. You can't win games without a quarterback. And you could say, well, they had a quarterback. They had Darnold. Traded Darnold. They had a quarterback. They had Zach Wilson. Got rid of Zach Wilson. They have a quarterback in Justin Fields.
Well, they didn't have a quarterback in Zach Wilson.
Well, they thought
they tried. They used the second pick in the draft.
No, I'm with you.
They
a lot of
thought they
opportunity.
did. And I would just say that this trade gives them yet another whack at this thing because it gives them not only high picks, but it also gives them
for effort.
bounty you can do to trade.
I gave this to Greeny at breakfast because I love to gloat on my Jets fans. But since '95, the Jets have given up 16 of their 38 first-round picks. All but 4 have been highly successful.
Meaning they have traded away
their first-round picks. And all but 4, one was Zach Wilson, have been highly successful at their second stops.
Yeah.
Building a team, to your point, it's incomplete because you got to show me you can build a team.
Do you know what I thought of?
94, 95, we're talking about Jerry Jones type land now. Like, that's a long time, y'all. That's a long. I hadn't even started in the league yet.
Man.
I mean, that's a long time.
I would say 2 things
I was
as a
in the
Jet
middle
fan.
of the league.
One, I hope that what their plan is to use all of these draft picks to go out and try and stun the world again and get a veteran quarterback, a really good one.
I like it.
Like one we know
Have a name?
who isn't 40 years old. Well, I mean, I don't know. You
I know,
tell me.
I know. I'm asking you.
Second, I thought of the kid. Okay. I thought of that.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
remind
He's the real
ourselves
producer here.
of this kid.
See if I get your thoughts on the game.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
That kid is wearing a Quinnen Williams jersey, people. He can't even wear the jersey.
His face. His face was just agony.
Let's say this though, Aaron Glenn, he saw the rebuild in Detroit. If you're a Jets fan, you're praying that it looks just. You look like